Hello students, welcome to St. Joseph's Academy's online class. Myself Harshika Kane, your English teacher. In today's class, I am going to teach you Chapter 2, The Royal Gift, Part 3 of your English Mulberry book. So let us start our class now. Students, before we proceed further, let us have a quick summary of the chapter. In this you will learn what the chapter is about. This chapter is about the young princess of China who helped her father and his mandarins to weigh an elephant, which was a gift for him from the king of India. Today, it's not at all unusual to see animals from other lands, but many centuries ago, when the mighty emperor of China received an elephant as a gift from the king of India, it was a wondrous and momentous event for everyone, as they had never seen one before. The royal court was full of excitement. Everyone was talking about that enormous creature. Everyone just wanted to know answer to only one question: how much could it weigh? The emperor was curious too. No scales in the land was big enough to weigh such a huge animal. To everyone's surprise, the emperor's daughter said that she knew the solution to their problem. Everyone chuckled but later followed her when she told the solution. She asked them to put the elephant in a big boat and let the boat sink in water. She then asked them to mark the point on the boat where it sits right on the water and then bring the boat back to the shore and let the elephant off. Then she asked them to gather a lot of stones and put them in the boat until it sinks to the same watermark line it had when the elephant was in it. Then take the stones out of the boat and weigh them one by one. That is how you can tell how much the elephant weighs, said the girl. Everyone applauded her and her fame travelled far and wide. Now we will begin with the exercises of this chapter. Word wall exercise. In this, question number 1. Answer the following alphabet riddles. See students, puzzles are fun to do. There are different types of puzzles like zigzags, mazes and crosswords. But question puzzles are called riddles. So in this exercise, some question puzzles are given to you and you have to write the answer for those riddles. First, which letter of the alphabet can you drink? You have to write that alphabet, not word. Just write that alphabet which you can drink. So you can drink T, no? So alphabet T is the answer, T. Second, which letter lives in a hive? So which insect lives in a hive? Just imagine. The answer is B, B-E-E-B. But we have to write the letter here, the alphabet, not word. So the answer is B. C. Which letter helps you see? So you are able to see with the help of your eyes. Okay. The letter which helps you see is I. D. Which letter is a body of water? You have to name a body of water. That is C. So which letter? C. S-E-A-C. Then if you are pronouncing the word C, the sound of which letter is coming? C. Why is U the jolliest letter? Why is U the jolliest letter? Because it is in the middle of word fun. F-U-N, fun. U is in the middle of this word fun. That is why it is the jolliest letter. Which letter is at the end of everything? The word is everything. So which letter is at the end of this word? G. tools used by people. Students, in this chapter we learned how the people of China weighed an enormous creature, that is the elephant, which was a gift for the emperor of China from the king of India. They were not having any scale large enough in their land which could weigh that elephant, but the daughter of the king, she gave them some solution how they can weigh that elephant. So we use scales to help us weigh something. Like a teacher uses a globe to teach us about the world, she also uses a board and a computer. Now here in this exercise, here are names of tools that people use. On the next page, you have to write the names of the given tools under the pictures of the people who use them. The names of the tools are ladle, rake, brush, torch, scissors, hose, needle, palette, spade, pots and pans. In this exercise, what you have to do, you have to write the names of the tools under the pictures of the people who use them. The names of the tools we have studied just now. The first picture is of gardener. So what does a gardener use? Rake and spade. Second picture is of cook. Cook uses pots and pans and ladle. Third picture is of tailor. A tailor uses scissor and needle. Fourth picture is of artist. An artist uses brush and palette. And last picture is of firefighter. He uses a hose and torch. Grammar time exercise. It is related with articles a, an and the. Students, a, an and the are articles. The words a or an and the, these are called articles. Articles are words that go before nouns. Articles a and an are called indefinite articles. Why? Because the word a or an leaves indefinite the person or thing spoken of. Therefore, it is called indefinite article. For example, he wants a dictionary. It means any dictionary. A goes before singular nouns that start with consonant sound. So, where we use article a, we use indefinite article a before those words that are singular and that begin with a consonant sound. For example, we climbed a tree. I have a uniform. An goes before singular nouns that start with vowel sounds. So we use indefinite article an before those words that begin with a vowel sound. For example, an ant bit me. I will eat an apple. A and an do not go before uncountable nouns. We use some. So we use article a or an only before singular countable nouns. Countable nouns means which we can count. And we do not use article a or an before uncountable nouns. We use some there. Instead of a or an before uncountable nouns, we use some. For example, I want some water. Please give me some sugar. Article the is called definite article. Why? Because the word the points out some particular person or thing. Therefore, it is called definite article. For example, if I say he wants a dictionary, it means any dictionary. But if I say he wants the dictionary, it means some particular dictionary. The is used for a definite person, place, animal or thing. That is why it is called definite article. For example, the caterpillars ate the apples. I read the books that you gave me. I put the bread on the table. Students, we also use the to show that someone or something is special or one of a kind. For example, the son, the headmistress of our school, etc. And we use the article the when we repeat a noun. So students, I told you that we also use the to show that someone or something is special or one of a kind, and we use the when we repeat a noun. The is used for a definite person, place, animal or thing. For example, I have a pen and a pencil. The pen is new. See, we are repeating the noun pen in the same sentence. So, for the first time, we have used a pen and a pencil, and when it is repeated again, we have used the there. I climbed a tree in the garden. The tree has many flowers. So, in first part of the sentence, a tree is written, and when the same tree is talked about, we have used article the here. An emperor got a gift. I can't bring the gift inside. Students, read these two sentences very carefully. An emperor got a gift. I can't bring the gift inside. We say an emperor because the word emperor begins with a vowel sound. We say a gift because the word gift begins with a consonant sound. We say an emperor and a gift in the first sentence because we are talking about them for the first time. We say the gift in the second sentence because we know which gift we are talking about. That is the one that the emperor got. So when we repeated a noun, we used article the there. And for the first time, if we are talking about a noun for the first time, we will use article a or an according to the sound of the alphabet. Exercise 1. Put a tick or a cross. So, in the given sentences, if the article is used correctly or properly with that word, you have to put a tick mark, otherwise put a cross. First one, a bee. Bee is a word that is beginning with a consonant sound, and we use a before singular nouns that start with a consonant sound. So this is correct. Second, an orange. Since the word orange is beginning with a vowel and we always use an before singular nouns that start with vowel sounds. So this is also correct. Third, some water. Water is what? It is uncountable noun. And we do not use a or an before uncountable nouns. We use some. So this is also correct. Fourth, are books. Now here books is written. It is plural in number, not singular. And I told you that the articles a and an, they are always used before singular nouns, not plural nouns. So this is wrong. Fifth, an igloo. The word igloo, it is beginning with a vowel and we always use an before singular nouns that start with vowel sound. So this is correct. And sixth, a umbrella. See the word umbrella. It is beginning with a vowel and a is used before it. We do not use article a before singular nouns that start with vowel sounds. So this is wrong. Exercise 2. Fill in the blanks. with a, an, some or the. First sentence, there is dash vase on the table. Dash vase has 3 red flowers. So in first part of the sentence, there is dash vase on the table. In this blank, what will come? Since the word vase is beginning with a consonant sound or consonant letter, that is V. So what we will use? We will use article a. There is a vase on the table. Now in second part of the sentence, since we are talking about the same vase again about which we were talking earlier, so now we will use article the. There is a vase on the table. The vase has 3 red flowers. Second, I want dash milk for my tea. Take dash milk that is in the jug. So, I want dash milk for my tea. Milk is what? It is uncountable noun, and I told you that a and an do not go before uncountable nouns. We use some. So, what will come? Some. I want some milk for my tea. Now in second part of the sentence, we are talking about the same milk. We are talking about the one that we have already discussed earlier. So we will use article the. Take the milk that is in the jug. Third, I eat dash orange every morning. Now the word orange, it is beginning with a vowel letter or a vowel sound, that is O. So we will use article an. I eat an orange every morning. And last, where are dash oranges you bought from the market? Now here dash oranges. Oranges means plural noun. And I told you that an goes before singular nouns that start with vowel sounds. So we cannot use an here because oranges is plural in number. So we cannot use a also because the word oranges is starting with a vowel sound, and oranges is a countable noun, so we cannot use some also. Then what is left? The. Where are the oranges you bought from the market? Next exercise is spelling. It is related with alphabetical order. Students, what is an alphabetical order? A set of letters in a fixed order that you use when you are writing a language is known as alphabet. This fixed order is known as alphabetical order or ABC order. So, an alphabetical order is a method in which names, terms or words are arranged in the same sequence as the letters of the English alphabets, that is from A to Z. Now this order is very helpful for finding a word in a dictionary. If you were looking for a word in a dictionary, then how you would find it? You will find it in a dictionary by searching for its first letter and arrangement of letters in English alphabet. But if you are looking for a word, 2 words that are starting with the same letter, then how you will find it in a dictionary? You will compare the second letter of that word. You will compare the second letters of those 2 words, and which letter will be coming first, that would be found first in the dictionary. So this alphabetical order is very helpful for finding a word in a dictionary. Exercise 1. Circle the word that comes first in a dictionary. First, mother, mighty, Mandarin. So students, as all these 3 words are starting with the same letter M. Now what we will do? We will compare the second letters of each word. That whether O will come first in a dictionary, I, or is it A. According to alphabetical order, arrangement of letters in English alphabet, A is supposed to come first before these 2 letters. So the word that will come first in a dictionary is Mandarin. Second, side, scales, stones. Again these 3 words are starting with same letter S. Now we will compare the second letters of each word. I, C and T. Just see which letter comes first. I comes before C or C comes before T. Which letter comes first? It is C. So the word that will come first in dictionary will be scales. Third, bring, branch, break. Again the letters of the words are same. First letter of each word is same, that is B, and second letter that is also same, R. Each word is starting with same first two letters, that is B and R. Now what we will do? We will compare for the third letter. I, A and E. I comes first, A comes first, or E comes first in ABC order? It is A. So the word that will come first in a dictionary will be branch. Fourth, waterway wise. Each word is starting with same letter W. Now compare the second letter of each word, A, E or I. Which will come first? Yes, A will come first, so the word is water. Fifth, far, full, fame. Now see, far and fame, they both are starting with same second letter. Initial letters of each word is same, F. Now if we compare for the second letter, far and fame, they are beginning with same letter, that is A. Now we will compare between far and fame. We will compare the third letters, R or M. Which will come first? Is it R or is it M? So M comes before R in English alphabetical order. The word that will come first will be fame. And sixth, princess, picture, parrot. Each letter is starting with same, each word is starting with same letter, that is P. Now we will compare the second letters, R, I and A. Since A comes first before other letters, so the word that will come first in a dictionary is parrot. Write well exercise. In this, what we have to write? We have to write a letter. It is related with letter writing. What we have to do in letter writing? The emperor writes a note to thank the king in India for his gift. Help him write it. Now, as we all know, in this chapter we studied that the emperor of China received a gift from the king of India. And what was the gift? It was an elephant. Now emperor is writing a note to thank the king in India for his gift. Help him write a thanking note or a letter to him. You can begin like this. The royal palace, the address of the sender's address. Heading Q, this is place in China. China 10000. This is the complete address of emperor's palace. After that, you have to write down date on which you will be writing the letter. Assume that you are the emperor of China, so you will be writing the date on which you will write the letter. After that, salutation, dear king of India. Now main body, the body of the letter. Thank you for the enormous gift. The people were very excited and surprised. We made a special place for the elephant in our royal stables. We gave it lots of bananas and sugar canes. Sometimes children from my empire take a ride on it. We are taking great care of the elephant. Now, at the end, subscription, yours sincerely. And since you are the emperor of China, so you will not write down your name, you will write down emperor of China. In this way, you can write a note to thank the king in India for his gift. So after discussing the exercises of this chapter, it's time for some homework now. Your homework is to read the chapter again, complete all the exercises in your Mulberry book. Your homework is to read the chapter again and complete all these exercises which are taught in this part. You have to complete all those exercises in your English Mulberry book. Dear students, with this, our today's class is over. I hope you all might have enjoyed the class and understood the chapter very well. We will meet again soon in our next English class, where we will be studying another interesting chapter of your English Mulberry book. Till then, complete all your homework and stay safe. Thank you and have a nice day.